YouTube in a minute, and I decided today to come live on YouTube. Today I have a very interesting topic I want to talk about. This topic is about energy vampires. I think for the most part, many people are vessels. We all are vessels. And energy that we really allow into our bodies, what type of energy that we allow into our spaces, what type of energy do we allow into our homes and into our life. When we allow energies into our circumference, what happens is we in tune ourselves to the energies that we allow around us. Now, what did that mean? Ought to be gravitationally and energetically affected by the larger object. Okay, so if I take a bowl, let's say, the moment I put the bowl next to the top, what happens is that the energy of the bowl, because it's a larger body of mass, it affects the energy of the top. Okay, this is the same type of energy effect that happens with the earth and the moon. The earth is here, vampires. When you surround your energy vampires, become a host. It's just something that's absolutely like, I think it's just normal energy that you allow around you. That's why it's always good to surround yourself with positive energies, because when you surround yourself with positive energies, you allow yourself to become a positive host to the positive energies. Negative energies, you are allowing yourself to become a host to negative energies, negative entities, negative vibrations. The goal of energy vampires is to draw you in. They suck you in. They drain you dry. They allow you to become their problem. They allow you to become a beacon of their problems. You see? So therefore, let's say, for example, there's a problem with these people have problems. Instead of them addressing their problems directly, they latch themselves onto who's closest to you. You see? Now the problem is with you. They won't address you. No. They're not going to address you. What they're going to do is they're going to latch themselves on energetically to those who are closest to you and make those people become beacons of energy to direct negativity towards you. So what ends up happening? What ends up happening is that these people who have allowed themselves to become beacons of vampiristic energy, you end up fighting them. Now you fight with these people who are just hosts. They don't know that they're hosts, but you know, because you know the energy that is coming through them. You see? So now you engage with people you don't even know. You're fighting people you don't even know. You're arguing with people you don't even know, and they don't even know you. Why? Because they were not protected. I would say that. They were not protected. So anytime you take on somebody else's problems and issues and you go to war for them and they hide in the shadows, what you are doing is allowing yourself to become a beacon of vampire energy. You see? How people become beacons of vampire energy is based on the fact that they're not psychologically, mentally, and spiritually protected. They're just open. Everything offends them. And people who are easily offended are those people who can easily be trusted by a vampiristic energy field or vampire type people. You see? So the main idea with the vampire energy is you have to protect yourself spiritually. You have to protect yourself like a lot of people. How did he do that? How do we do that? Caring and not caring. We have to develop a fine line between caring and not caring. When we care, what happens? What happens when we care? When we care, we're exerting love. When we care, we say, well, there is love there at some point within this equation. So we care enough to communicate. But when there is a lack of communication, that means nobody cares. That means there is no love. And that is a reflection of the denial of self-love that people have for themselves. If you are incapable of loving yourself, it's impossible for you to be able to love others. Many of us, and I'm going to tell you, I am not a saint. I don't know where the saint complex come from with people when it comes to me. I am not a saint. You see what I'm saying? I am not everybody's cup of tea. To some people, I am a glass of tequila. You know what I mean? And to others, I'm a beautiful human being. All right? What that means is that we have to act accordingly in this world because there's different types of energies. I was explaining to a young lady the other day, right? We were talking about the different levels of harsh realities, just the different levels of realities in general. What I stated to her that there is different levels of reality. There's the silver spoon reality. In that silver spoon reality, these are the people that are born, let's say hypothetically, come from military homes, functional families, functional groups of friends. These types of people have a type of life where they haven't seen things or experienced things that other people haven't. They have the golden spoon. These are the wealthy people, the wealthy kids. They don't have the type of reality that the middle class, when I say golden and silver, I'm talking about the upper class and I'm talking about the middle class. And then we're going to have the lower class, which is the bronze spoon people, the plastic spoon people. You see, these are the people that come from harsh realities. Now, they are harsh realities. Don't get it twisted. You see, harsh realities are the main generators of energy vampires. When you see people come from a harsh reality, they're not loved by their family. They're not loved by their parents. They may have been neglected. They may have been rejected. And they may have had a particular set of struggles, so on and so forth, that has depreciated their self-value. Because it depreciates their self-value, it also depreciates the value that they have for others. You see? And this is why these energy vampires takes advantage of people that come from areas of poverty. The vampiristic energy is the strongest energy in poverty. Why? Because people are searching for ways to get out. So therefore, people start to do things, all types of things to get out. Yes, there is prostitution. Yes. Yes, there is drugs. Yes. Yes, there is crime. Yes. In those realities, that harsh reality, prostitution, drugs, crime, those are the way of life for people who live in harsh realities. You see, now I understand social media is that place. Social media is that place where everybody put this mask on and come on out here. Oh, I'm so high and mighty. Listen, man, you got people right now. And my way of thinking, I had to reprogram myself in order to heal. So from auntie, all of those toxic people who were pushing the generational curses of trauma. It's a cycle. And as long as that cycle is allowed to stay in place, these people normalize it. You see, on one another. They normalize the cycle of pulling each other down. It's normalized. The problem is when you come on social media, like I said, people say, well, oh, wow, this person is brilliant. You have many brilliant people in poverty. brilliant, many of them. Will they be taken seriously? Probably not. There are extremely, when I say extremely brilliant people in poverty, man, you have to move around. When you move around, you'll find homeless people that are extremely brilliant. You find people that live on the streets are extremely brilliant. They just didn't have the opportunities that many of us had to make it out. The areas of poverty, the reason why vampire energy is so strong is because of greed. So people will use each other in negative ways to get what they want for survival. See, for survival. They'll sell you out. Don't tell you about it, all about it. They'll sell you straight on out. Sell you out to the KKK for survival and claim it's for survival. Really, it's for agenda. One thing I'll say about vampire energy, once they latch on to you, when we look at the movies on the vampires, because see, let me tell you something, the people that wrote those movies on these vampires, they knew what they were doing. They knew exactly what they were doing. And let me explain something. The movies with the vampires, where did they bite them? What was the number one place that people would get bitten by vampires? On your neck. Why? Why on your neck? They're attacking your throat chakra. It's an attack on your throat. They don't want you to speak. They want control of your speech. They want you to say what they're afraid to say. They want you to say what they're unable to say. Because energy vampires lack communication. That's why they need vessels to speak for them. This is why in the movies, when you see the images of the vampires in the movies, and the vampire bites somebody, bite them on the neck. Bite them on the neck so that you can be able to speak for the vampire. And now you engage with this person while the energy vampire hides in the shadows. This is why it is known that when the sun comes out, it says it burns the vampire up. Because vampires need to be in shadow. They need to be hiding. These are the entities that throw their rock, hide the hand. These are the entities that whisper. Don't tell them I say that. Don't tell them I say that. These are the type of entities these is. They're all around us. They're weak. Those are weak entities. Because a strong-minded individual does not need anybody to speak for them. A strong-minded individual don't need to speak through nobody. Strong-minded individual will speak clearly on their own. You see? So in essence, building that understanding about the energy vampires, that energy, it extends from families, communities, societies. You see, some of us live in vampire energy communities. Everybody draining one another. Nothing's real. It's all fake. It's a simulation. It's a simulation of trauma that's created in the mind. Most of the culture that we follow today is trauma-based. It's a simulation of the projection and hallucination of the trauma that we've experienced as a people and as individuals, from childhood to adulthood trauma. It's real, you see? And so the siphoning of the energy being taken from someone and placed in other places is the draining. Because see, we're all connected. So, and as a people, as Black people, of course, we're all connected. And if we're going to be connected, there is no way possible we could siphon each other's energy in a negative way, because we're creating a huge negative energy field. It's very simple, but it's complex to a lot of people. You see? So in order for us to grow and get better, we have to align ourselves with the God in us. You know, one thing in hoodoo, and I mentioned hoodoo, one thing in hoodoo and root working, is that there is no spirits there. There ain't no spirits in hoodoo root working. And if I mean, if someone should say that, I would, I would greatly debate that. Greatly debate it. Which is the supreme being, the most high, honestly. The supreme being only hoodoo with the God source energy inside. Now, God is in all things. Of course he is. It is in all things. It's in all religions. It's just man that corrupts these things. But on another note, we're not going to go there. But on another note, I just wanted to share some quick information about the energy vampires around us so people can get a better understanding of what's happening in the world as we move into 2025. You see, we have to learn how to read energy of the. You see, we have to learn how to read energy of the atmosphere as we move forward. Being 85, because energy vampires are beautiful, energy vampires are wealthy, energy vampires have huge groups, energy vampires have a lot of friends. That's one way you notice to be able to recognize the energy vampires by their friend group. Energy vampires move in large groups for the most part. Doesn't mean every large group is full to the rim with energy vampires, but there are energy vampires present in large groups. That's why when you go to church, places like church, full to the rim with energy vampires. They're there to drain the energies of others towards their own mental, emotional prosperity. So moving forward, I wish everybody peace and blessings. Keep moving. I ain't for everybody, so if you don't like me, keep it pushing, keep it moving. For those that support me, peace and blessings on you. We'll get through it with a lot of discussion moving forward about everything that's going to happen in 2025 and beyond. Peace. This is Medicine Man. I'm out.